Hello, Mr. Jens.
Hello.
Nice to see you. You are a Night Elf player
Yeah.
from Chile,
Yeah.
and you are playing at Warcraft 3 Champions at around 2,400 to 500 MMR.
Yeah.
And you play on Mayhem account. And do you
Yes.
have another account?
I have three actually. I have Gens. I haven't played Ladder and Gens for a while. I play mostly on Mayhem. I have a third account that is called like Leviathan.
Ah, okay.
Leviathan. Yeah.
Okay, so as we know, you are from Chile, and
Yeah.
ping to Europe, to Asia, sometimes the trouble for you. So
Yeah.
how it's different for you to be on LAN here in Raraland and to play on lower ping versus hard opponents?
Yeah. I think it's mostly noticeable when you have to like pick up items from the ground. I think that's the biggest difference. In terms of micro, I didn't feel too uncomfortable here. Like getting used to more than 100 ping difference. I thought it would be a bit more complicated for me, but actually I didn't have too many issues. Of course, it's awesome to play low ping, um, but I guess I'm kind of used to playing with my usual ping, like 150, 160. So I don't think if I come back to play it in Chile, I don't think I will have issues to adapt again to high ping. But yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Okay, so it wasn't like a huge experience. It
no,
was noticeable, but
yeah,
barely.
it's noticeable. But I'm used to playing with high pings, so I think I can adapt a lot to
Okay,
pings.
let's
Yeah,
talk a little bit about your play style
yeah.
because it's quite original. So, is it fair to say that you like to play keeper almost in every matchup, or maybe in every matchup? Can you?
Uh, yeah, I mean, I was also I mean, always was a keeper player in terms of like the player I learned the most from, and I watched like his streams, and when I could, I mean, because of time zones, it was kind of difficult sometimes, but I watched like all the cups. Foggy, I really like Foggy playstyle. He plays keeper expo, demon second, like pretty much what I try to do. I just watch his stream all the time, and he played like super clean. He was like really good against human somehow. Like I think he just made it look easy. But yeah, I'm trying keeper in every matchup now, even in mirror. I like it a lot. I'm trying to play different styles because I don't want to have like bare mirror every elf mirror, and I don't like bottom mirror too much either. I like when the two sides play different strategies, right? If I play DH, I can play bottom. If I play bottom, I can play DH, right? But when it's like mirror and also the strategy is the same from both sides, I think I don't like it too much. I don't. I try to avoid that. So that if I play keeper, it's like I never will play another keeper, like almost never. So I like that the games are very different for many players here to play me. Like they say, like preparing for me is you can look at my replays and everything, but nobody will play similar like I do. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we know that versus human you can play keeper with expansion, for
Mm.
example, on Autumn Leaves, that says like keeper
Yeah.
map. Versus undead, keeper is a little bit less popular, right? Because of the destroyers probably in the late game. They say that keeper is like countered by undead in the late game. And versus orc, of course, keeper is almost meta, right?
Yeah.
And what about mirror? That interests me most because, like, for like a lower MMR player like me, I may think that okay, so you play keeper, I just bring wisps, right? And I dispel your abilities, but it's a little bit more complicated. Can you say why, in your opinion, keeper can be good in mirror and why it's good in your hands in mirror?
Yeah, so keeper, the strength of keeper is mostly having good tools to creep a lot. Your second hero too. You can like get shredder quickly because you have treants. You can get shredder. You can creep your second hero level 3 pretty quickly. You can. I also like to like sometimes I just start entangle first and kill wisp like for free basically. And yeah, you can like bring wisp to dispel stuff from keeper, but every wisp hurts for Knight of Economy. So um, I try to, based on experience, lower the number of my opponent. Um, sometimes I know, like, yeah, he's kind of late. Maybe he's gonna try to expo instead of push me one base, because I control his lumber a bit. So in general, I think keeper can work in mirror. I think I tried many different things. I think I played dice and dice beat me. He beat my keeper, but I think dice had a really good plan behind it, and we talked about it after the games. And I have a few adaptations that I wanna make to my style. Um,
Yeah, it's great to hear. So basically,
yeah,
Dice said, "I know that you play keeper. I will try to punish you." And now
yeah,
said, "Okay, your adaptation worked, but now it's my time
yeah,
to do
yeah.
something." And yes, I'm
Because
excited.
Dice got his advantage by doing like pretty much counter expoing pretty quickly, and getting like wisp kills, lore cancels, moonwell cancels with DH with stuff, so he's safe. So I wanted to try to like play like I do versus Orc, like kind of close my base and prevent the DH just coming in and do whatever he wants. Because controlling DH is the hardest part with Keeper. Like, yeah, you have entanglement roots, but level 3 DH is super scary. Like, he can get so much value out of mana burn. He can buy so much time to equip his second hero. If he gets good items, like DH can be super tanky, like double ring, maybe circlet. So it's hard to deal with sometimes. But I still believe in the keeper. I'm gonna keep trying it. I think also keeper is good for me because DH is more like a, let's say, like blade master, for example, for orc. It's like too reliable on ping to like hit move, like stutter step. So I think maybe that's what I like keeper as well. I don't need to be like super perfect on the kiting, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna keep trying keeper. I will do my adaptations,
Mhm.
see how it goes. Yeah.
What is interesting for me as well is like when you have only one orb of venom and you have keeper and demon hunter, for example, versus undead. It's like a hard decision for a good night player to decide where you either put orb on the keeper or demon hunter, because with demon hunter you can attack air
Yeah.
with the orb, but a demon hunter is a melee hero,
Yeah.
so it's a little bit harder to, for example, switch the targets to spread the poison. So what
Yeah.
is your like idea, or do you always like keep orb on the demon hunter when you play demon hunter second? Like, what is your idea with orb placement?
Yeah. So I guess it depends on the situation. If you want to, if he has like mostly destroyers or maybe guards, yeah, you should have orb on the edge, even if he's melee hero. But if the fights, imagine if it's one day, I mean one base undead, sorry, trying to push you, or should be like always on keeper, because DH job is to just tank damage and like mana burn, run away, stuff, whatever. So you won't really get too many hits with DH. Um, so yeah, I guess it depends on the situation. I think Orvin keeper is it's better overall, but yeah,
Okay.
I mean the DH is meant to take like all the hits for the army, right? The team.
Okay, and now I have question about like personal preference about wisp positioning on the map,
Okay.
because I was checking replays from different pro players, and to my surprise, like 2,700
Hmm?
even MMR players like Chaos, sometimes they like, they put like one scouting wisp or maybe two scouting wisps on the map, and
Yeah.
this also depends on the matchup. Or do you think that like it's always good to have like this like, let's say, four wisps outside of your base to scout with them from time to time? Do you have like do you study the trees? Do you know the
I
trees?
yeah, I think yeah, having only one wisp out is a very usual mistake that I do actually. I tend to forget to bring out my wisp unless I'm playing like an hand that I want to like cancel a glide, expo, whatever. But in general, I think having two or three wisps in the map is like good enough for the early game. If you see my games, especially like Elf Mirror, I'm really careful with my wisp positioning, because I need to know if the H is coming to cancel my expo or not. So I think in Elf Mirror I use wisp scouting more. If I play like against Orc, maybe you should have like a wisp nearby his expo to see the timing maybe. But you don't want too many wisps, because sometimes there are blades that just find everything, and losing like 3-4 wisps is not easy to recover from. So I think having two or three wisps is healthy in the early game. yeah, it can be. Also, I've seen players like run away with a couple of wisps before. If you see like undead coming to your base, trying to like do that classic happy move, right? Trying to kill wisp, delay your lumber. Sometimes you can like bring wisp outside just because of that. Place them somewhere else.
Okay,
So yeah. Yeah.
speaking about Wisp, because as you mentioned, you prefer keeper, maybe because with high ping it's better to play,
Yeah.
and you can be very good at this without this shadow stepping and stuff. But what about very cool aspect of playing Nidal for me is to like dodge projectiles with wisps. So can you do it on the high ping? So
Yeah.
for example, there is this dance. DK wants to coil and
Yeah.
he's kind of faking the coil, and
Yeah.
then you need to make a shop and you need to cancel the shop. Is it like possible on your ping? Do you like put effort into it, or you think on my ping it's better to detonate and
No, I try to dodge them. Sometimes I mean, it's up to the hand that I'm facing, right? Some players like to fake like all the time. Some people just go for the call. I think you need to know the player a bit their habits of calling wisp or not. But yeah, I try to go for it. I usually try to save the wisps, not that well. Yeah, I try to save them.
Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about in real life.
Okay.
So how is Chile? Because like how good internet is there, and I did a little bit preparation. So I know
Okay.
that currently in Chile we have winter. Is it true?
Yeah.
The season, and in Europe, of course, we have summer because
Yeah.
it's the
Yeah. Of course.
opposite. So can you compare the weather to what is in Germany now, and how is your internet, and how is general like a few words about your experience in Chile?
Yeah. So in terms of internet, Chile has good internet. I have no issues there. In terms of weather, I think the weather here at this event it has been really nice because it's been summer, and the guys tell me like the German guys, they say like last week or 2 weeks ago they had like a heat wave or something like very hot days. Yeah, here it has been amazing. Back in Chile, it's like winter, and sometimes it can get a bit cold. Like especially in the mornings, it's like freezing. Like windshields of the cars are like with a bit of ice and everything. Um, Personally, for me in winter, it's a bit harder to play as well because my hands get like super slow. Sometimes you like wash your hands with cold hand. You need like time to warm up. So in general, yeah, I think winter pretty hard for me in Chile at least. And in terms of Chile in general, no Chile, I like Chile, but after being here, I think um, like to me, like first time in Europe, Germany is a nice country.
Yeah, Europe
Uh,
also is also very different. You know,
yeah,
like
no,
it's.
it's very different. I think the
I mean,
people.
you're like different countries in Europe can be different. Like I'm from Poland, you know, and for
Yeah,
me it's
yeah,
also different, you know,
yeah, no,
even
of
though I'm
course.
very close to Germany by
Yeah,
the distance.
like neighbor, yeah, neighbor
Yeah.
country, right? But yeah,
Okay.
I think, but for me, it's like a huge difference because in Chile, it's more like I feel like here everything is like much more like cleaner, brighter colors or something.
Oh,
And I feel that way. I like
okay.
I'm impressed with like I want to take a photo of like every street or every block or like
Mhm.
maybe
Okay.
it's because I'm used to Chile, right? If you live there all your life, it's not as impressive. Like new stuff is impressive
Yeah,
to me,
exactly.
of course.
Probably Chile would be very impressive for me as well
Yeah, I
because it's
mean,
something
I've
different.
heard people visit Chile, especially the south. I visited the south of Chile myself, and the south is really beautiful. It's like super full of plants, you know, very green, beautiful lakes and everything. So yeah,
Okay.
depends on the place, I guess, of Chile.
Okay, and now it will be comment from me
Yeah.
because if the viewers don't know, there was a fundraiser basically to bring Mr. Jens here
Yeah.
because he's the idol of hope from the Chile.
From
And
the
I would
NA.
say my personal experience with you are like very professional. You are very nice, and I'm
Thank you.
really happy that community helped you, and I'm excited to see you here. And maybe you want to like say some words about this fundraiser and thank the
Yeah.
community.
So, well, I tried to get here via the qualifier, right? I lost to Starbuck and Dice, so they played really well. I didn't really feel like, because some people might think like if I lose being so close to qualifying, you can get like a bit flustered, maybe a bit angry, a bit sad. I didn't really get sad or angry. I was just like they deserve it more than me, right? Because they played better. Maybe if the games were close, I could be a bit mad at myself. Um, but I think the games were interesting. I think I did my best. I did. You always feel like you need a bit more preparation, so I will be more ready next time. But yeah, after I missed to qualify in there, I was like, okay, it's okay. I didn't qualify, and mostly Racer Moon was saying like you should do a fundraiser and everything. People will support you, and I'm like, yeah, I can try it, like sure. And yeah, I did get a lot of support, and there's people that I don't even know like their nickname, their name. I haven't seen them here that supported me. I just want to say like big thanks to them. There's like some like anonymous tippers, whatever. Um, I can like see their real name because it's like associated to PayPal who donated. So I can see their name, but I'm still not sure who they are. But even these like anonymous donators, I'm really thankful. I think the fundraiser worked great.
And yeah,
Uh,
I'm very happy to see
yeah, I
you here,
mean,
and thank you for giving me this interview, and good luck in your 2v2 tournament,
oh,
because I
thank you.
know they're
Yeah,
playing 2v2 now. And I hope in the next year maybe there'll be a separate qualifier for NA, so definitely you are there, I hope. And
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna fight with Hitman there, I guess. But
we don't know, but
yeah,
or maybe you'll beat Starbuck just through that this Europe qualifier.
yeah.
So
I mean, I know a lot of things I have to improve. I know exactly what they are. Where Warcraft is a slow learning process, right? It's hard to improve over a short period of time. But I'll definitely do my best. I like the support I receive. I think here the people have been really nice to me. Um,
okay,
I think everything has worked out really good. Like I didn't feel like even sad like after being eliminated. It was like, dude, I'm just gonna hang out with the guys, have a good time. I'm happy. Yeah, this has been
it's
awesome. And
yes.
thanks for the interview as
Thank you
well.
for the interview and enjoy your event. And see you next year,
Yeah,
hopefully. Bye
yeah.
bye.
Hopefully, yeah. I want to come again. It would be really really great. Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye.